Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good evening, everyone. With metta and gratitude, I warmly welcome our dear Bhante Chandananda to this Thursday Dhamma chat, along with all our Thursday Dhamma chat friends, organized by Dhamma USA. Whether you are joining us from the United States, Sri Lanka, Europe, Asia, or anywhere else in the world, thank you for making time for the Dhamma in your busy lives. Your presence itself is a sign of wisdom and wholesome intention. Before we begin, let us take a brief moment to settle the body and calm the mind. Gently close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in and slowly breathe out. Let go of the activities of the day. Let go of worries about tomorrow. This moment is for inner reflection. This moment is for wisdom. Now please take a good long deep breath and hold it for a few seconds. And then slowly release and relax. Right, thank you. So our Thursday Dhamma chat is not merely a lecture. It's a space for reflection and dialogue and practical understanding, and also applying the Buddha's teaching to modern day life. The Dhamma is timeless. It is said akaliko, right? It's not limited to ancient India. It speaks directly to our stress, our relationships, and our fears, our hopes, and our daily challenges. Here at Dhamma USA, our mission is to provide spiritual care and community care, helping individuals to cultivate clarity, compassion, and inner stability. So tonight we will reflect on some topics. You are also welcome to ask some questions if you have any. So this is an interactive session. You are welcome to share your reflections, ask questions, or offer your understanding. Dhamma grows through discussion. Wisdom deepens through inquiry. As the Buddha encouraged, the ehi passiko, come and see for yourself. Before we proceed, let us set a wholesome intention. May this discussion help us understand ourselves more clearly, reduce suffering, dukkha, cultivate loving kindness, metta, and walk the noble Eightfold Path with confidence. May whatever merit arises be shared with all beings. And with that good intention, let us begin our Dhamma chat. So over here, I have with me a very wonderful, compassionate, and wise monk, Bhante Chandananda. And Bhante, we would like to start the day today with a recent visit, our visit to Texas. So we met Bhante Panyakar, the monk who walked 2,300 miles all the way from Texas to Washington, D.C., along with 24 monks and the most beloved dog in the world, peace dog, Aloka. And that was really a fascinating trip. We were driving from Fresno to Los Angeles to Texas, all the way, along with some other monks. And back and forth, it was more than 3,000 miles, I think we were driving, right? So, but to begin with, what was your overall reflection on that trip?
Thank you, Bante, again for having me. And also, it's a really wonderful question to begin with. I think we all were honored, really, and privileged to see those monks in our real life. And also, I think it gave us a really great opportunity for us to reflect on our own life, seeing those monks and seeing their dedication and their sacrifice. And actually, it's a life-changing moment for all of us, because it gave us a deep reflection into our own lives. So I think it's a great lasting of course, it's going to leave a lasting memory for all of us, a wonderful memory with those monks who did the peace walk. And fortunately, most of them were there. That time we went there to see them. And also, as Bante said, that traveling even by car, and we felt how tiresome it was.
Right.
And then we could imagine the hardships that they've been gone through, just walking barefoot, like 2,300 miles. What a commendable task, and it's unimaginable sacrifice by those monks. It's really touching moment for all of us.
So actually, I want to mention here, like how it happened. Like it happened like abruptly, right? We haven't planned to go there. We were, although we wanted to join the peace walk, at least because of our commitments here, we couldn't join the real peace walk from the beginning. But we were planning to join at least for a month towards the end. And yet somehow it didn't happen. And we were also watching, as Ashoka Bandara says, I watched peace walking from the beginning to end. I'm very fortunate. From Sri Lanka. Yeah, thank you. I'm sure it has opened the eyes of many millions in this country, and also how it happened. It opened the eyes of so many other millions and millions of people around the world, which was really fascinating. We also, as monks, we used to have this walking tradition, simple walking. The Buddha also mentioned about Charata Bhikkhave Charikang, And apart from that, we also have a walking meditation, right? So, Bhante, how do you think, according to Dhamma, walking can benefit us, both physically and mentally?
That's very true, Bante. I think those venerable monks, they in a way re-establish that lost tradition, especially in Theravada Buddhist traditions. We know that we always remember the very first advice of the Buddha to the first group of monks. So Buddha asked the monks to walk charata, exact word, charata. So even though there could be other means of transportation and the travel in, Buddha highly relied on walking, and it's very effective and it's very engaging, and asks us to walk for the good of others, walk for the benefit of multitude, for the well-being of the multitude. So I think it was a real testimony to the fact that those monks really gave a new meaning to it, and how effectively they were able to get everyone's attention, and also it brought about a lot of transformation in so many thousands of lives. So I think it's a great thing that those venerable monks set an example for the whole world. There are so many things that we can take as takeaways from that peace walk. One thing is that they they were able to bring awareness about the conservative teachings from the Buddha, that is Theravada Buddhist tradition, because all those monks are they represent that Theravada tradition, and they are very well versed in the Dhamma, and also they are very emphatic in Vinaya tradition, and some of them are practicing Dhutangas. So, and with the carrying little and needing little, and they showed the world how the simplicity can bring about real change in one's life, real happiness in one's life. And it's very transformative. And I think most of the people were really moved by that movement.
Thank you, Bante. Yes. So, yeah, I would also like to again come back to that discussion about what makes a peace walk spiritually different from a marathon. You know, is walking itself a meditation? And how does walking for peace affect the walker internally? What transformation did we observe in participants? We saw them physically undergoing excruciating pain. Some of the monks have lost their nails within the span of few days of walking, and yet they haven't stopped their determination, their courage, and their faith, confidence that really motivated all throughout that journey, and also the support of the community, I think, was really, really impressive. So what's your reflection on that?
Yes, Bhante, in a world accustomed to the loud gestures and the slogans and the declarations, those monks showed the world that real heroic sacrifice sometimes they are not loud, and they are not carrying so much of slogans. They are very silent. They can be silent, but well grounded, and they are that discipline, the inner discipline can bring about a lot of peace and harmony to the world. We know that most of the time we see that those kind of movements, suppose if it is organized and is staged and created, and there can be a lot of other things involved, some political agenda and some hidden agendas and the slogans and the declarations, then at the end of the day, they may represent one particular ideology, or they would favor one particular people or groups. But since this is very genuine and it's led by monks who had the lifelong discipline and the spiritual practices in a practice, with that they were able to establish a real peace in its ultimate sense. So that difference we can see clearly, that it's not about the physical exercise. Just because we have food, just because we have a fit body, doesn't mean that we can undertake such a responsibility and such a task. I think those monks proved that, even at the some of them are at a very senior age, and they may have certain physical disabilities, but still their determination, their courage, their confidence was not deteriorated throughout the peace walk. That is amazing. That's really breathtaking. So it's really wonderful to see those that sacrifice.
Yeah. I think we should also not forget the fact that there are so many other groups of monks walking around the world, in Thailand, in Myanmar, in Sri Lanka, in India. There are lots and lots of monks walking. And somehow this particular peace walk led by Venerable Panyakara really opened the eyes of the many. So walking became a tapas for them, austerity. And they were also walking in with as metta in motion, right? With compassion towards every sentient being. We already witnessed how these group of monks, they were sending loving kindness to many people who were sitting there, were disabled people, people on wheelchairs, people like many other young and old people still wanted to, have a glimpse of these beautiful monks, with compassion. And that was really amazing how their walking became a metta in motion. And also walking as modern day Dhutanga practice, especially that is happening around the world too, especially in the Theravada tradition. This Dhutanga tradition, or Tudong in Thai practice, and there are so many monks, even in US and other countries, they are doing this. So, and walking as silent Dhamma preaching, right? They were particularly, that is also very unique in this practice. Like they were walking silently and people were watching them, and they didn't kind of give any Dhamma talks or something. I think lately they had some public gatherings, and then people asked some questions. The monks did answer to their questions, but Apart from that, they were walking silently. But that silence gave so much inspiration, so much peace and inner harmony to so many other millions of people, right?
That's very true.
Yeah. So I think that was something that we should learn about this age-old Buddhist tradition. So what is your reflection on that, Bhante?
Yes, Bante, as Bante already mentioned, that they are, discipline and a lifelong dedication, their inner practice. They stood as a kind of, they stood as a direct, the sharp contrast to the restless modern lives. So that is something that people observe throughout the peace walk, that it's in a way it's a kind of irony that these those monks who are practicing rigorous ascetic practices, they are walking across this land, believed to be the wealthiest land, and most of the people are dreaming to be in. So those monks, expecting nothing back in return, they are practicing simplicity, still walking throughout this, across this land. It's a life-changing moment, and a lot of people wanted to open their eyes. Their insight into reality. So if those monks can do something like that in this part of the world, so then no excuses that we are living with so much comfort, so much material things. So then how much opportunity, how much plenty of opportunities we got every day, that we can, if we are really determined, we can really put into practice. Actually, that is one of the things that those monks highlighted throughout the peace walk. I remember Venerable Panyakara is always emphasizing that the true result of this peace walk is when you determine to yourself to live or lead the day peacefully. So that was his intention. So I think everybody agreed to him that yes, we can, everyone can. And also he emphasized the fact that peace is not something that is not a concept that we can adopt, rather kind of a lifestyle that everyone has to abide by, and everyone has to dwell in. So I think that message everyone got, most of the people got that message. That's why regardless of their ethnicities, and regardless of their differences and different ideologies and religious traditions, everyone unanimously agreed to the fact that everyone needs peace. And so peace is something universal. It goes beyond, and it transcends all our personal identifications and identities. So everyone needs that. So I think it was very effective in that way.
Yes. And so when it comes back to the historical roots, it can connect back to the Buddha's walking journeys across North India. We call Madhya Mandala, right? And the ancient tradition of Charika as wandering monks, how they were all doing, practicing this forest tradition practices. And how does this peace walk continue that lineage? and is America witnessing a revival of ancient monastic austerities? We also met a monk who was practicing very strict austerities. That Bante is from Thailand, and he has not, laid down for over 15 years. So they are strict austerities, and he would only sit while sleeping. He would not lay down to sleep. And even after walking such a long distance, and he would have the stamina, he would have the determination, what we call aditthana, and he had the effort, the virya, and he had the compassion for everyone, and really amazing, right? So what was your reflection on that?
That's really interesting, Bante, that when they are to see those monks and to pay our veneration, respect, and gratitude to them, we were expecting them to be look like exhausted and tired, but amazingly they are ready for another walk,
Yeah, they
like the
were
1,000 miles
even more
walk.
energetic.
Very energetic, and so that courage, determination is never diminishing in their lives. So the more they practice, more courageous and determined they have become. So that is a really interesting thing that we saw in their lives, and it's really impressive. And the other thing is that, Bante, yes, as far as this walk is concerned, the peace walk, I think it sort of laid a real firm foundation for spiritual era to come. I would say, because we see some similarity between what is happening here right now in this part of the world and what really happened during the time of the Buddha. I mean, prior to the emergence of Buddhism in India in 6th century BC. We see some similar characteristics, because even right before the emergence of Buddhism in India, there was this spiritual tradition just appearing from nowhere, and everyone, they were practicing so many different meditation practices, and a whole lot of people, they go forth from that home life into homeless life to practice the spirituality, and some practice meditations, and also those sort of more rigorous ascetic practices. In the end, they all contributed for the emergence of Buddhism, because the entire thing had laid a real foundation. So I think with this awareness created by Most Venerable Panyakara Thera and the group of monks, so I think they really contributed in that way. They sort of laid down that foundation. They laid the foundation for upcoming spiritual era. I think now, if we are wise enough, then we should understand that yes, they just handed over the baton, so the rest of the duty is in our shoulders. So we also had to do something. Otherwise, the spiritual vibe, the spiritual environment they just created, it can go waste. And so if other people and other monks are not taking the baton, so I think in that way, this is a historic thing. And I think we usually say this is something, this kind of movement is once in a lifetime. I would say it's once in millennium. So we should be really, I mean, the lucky and the fortunate and really blessed to be able to witness that, but without just witnessing it, I mean, without being satisfied with by witnessing it, we also had to come forward and to actively contribute to it. That's how that we can make that peace walk alive.
Very true. I think I like that part. Like, how do we personally contribute towards it, and how can we be benefited through this? I would like to come back to this. Another aspect of it is the community impact. So, how did the lay people react, and what emotional moments stood out? And did you see some tears, faith, curiosity? And I think when we see the comments of some of the videos, we see like how people still feel touched by those glorious moments. How did even media coverage influence perception, right? Media has come out of from nowhere, and they came from all corners to cover this beautiful peaceful. Um, so we saw a lot of people offering food and offering water, and also walked alongside the monks and shared a lot of stories. And if you see, like, oh, so many communities, they were sharing this thing. This shows the Dhamma crossing cultural boundaries. And although there were very, very few, I would say almost no elements of, kind of protesting to this moment, but it was really the vast majority of the community, they were really supporting, regardless of different faiths and languages and cultures and countries, boundaries. They were all coming together. And that community impact. So I think, as Bante mentioned, community impact can happen only when the community individually, how we respond to that, right? How we
Yes.
react to that situation. And maybe in future, if you see a monk walking, you can you can be more influential, and maybe you can go talk to them, right? And especially in this part of the world, it's rare to see a monk walking. And if you see a monk walking, you can always go talk to them. Because they are like walking wisdoms, walking libraries, so many experiences behind them. So the community can be so much benefited in that way. But what is your advice to the community in the West um, to be connected to this peace walking monks and also the other monks in general?
I think, Bante, it's really interesting that Buddhism is the, I think, one of the main religions in which the unity in diversity has been emphasized. And the very presence of these monks coming from different ethnicities, backgrounds, traditions, but they are all united and very peaceful among themselves. It was the greatest testimony to the fact that what Buddhism wants to, what Buddhism has to present to the world. So I think that message was effectively received by many. That it is not the diversity that creates the tension or the stress and the conflicts. but rather the ability to inability to acknowledge the diversity. So inability to respect the diversity that can cause conflicts and troubles and wars. I think that message was uh, taken by many people effectively. And because we know that in certain religions and certain traditions, they are expecting, they are dreaming about a world peace, but when everyone come to the agreement to believe in what they believe in, so that is the peace or the unity in uniformity. But that it is unachievable, because world will remain in diversity all the time. We cannot flat the world. We cannot make everything equal. We cannot make everything same. But all we can do is to change our mind, adjust our mind in such a way that we appreciate diversity, acknowledge the diversity, respect the diversity, and respect each other's, preferences and beliefs. So those venerable monks showed everyone that this is how the real true peace can be achievable. So I think that is one of the takeaways for the world.
Yeah, I can see a question here from Ashoka Bandara. The most valuable says, what is the attitude about Buddhist doctrine of the people of America after peace walking? I think the people's attitude has undergone so much transformation, right?
Yes.
We have personally seen how people were very positive about Buddhism in general and also monks in general. And whenever we met people, they were very, very nice to us. I mean, during our time here, we didn't have much difficulty, but especially after the peace war, when the whole country was much alarmed, so much highlighted about this peace walk. They wanted, everyone wanted to be like, this is going to be my peaceful day. So this, whenever they see a monk, they kind of feel connected to them, right?
That's true. And also, like usually we say that this Chivara is a flag of enlightenment. The Arahanta Daja, or the Arya Daja. So I think now with this peace war, again this Chivara, whenever we go out wearing the Chivara as a monk, and then people begin to realize that what they are wearing is like a flag, and it's a flag of enlightenment. There is a message behind that. It's not just it's not just a piece of cloth, and there is a very rich tradition behind that. And that very curiosity, I think, makes them find and go into what the Buddha teach, what the Buddha taught. And so I think it really amazing that these venerable monks gave a real meaning, value to the Chivara itself. So I think we can see that on daily basis as we go out and as we work with the people. We see their perspective from which they used to look at monks has changed a lot for the
Yeah,
betterment.
yeah. I remember when I posted Facebook picture with Bante Panyakara bowing to a senior monk. Yeah, just before they bid farewell to each other, and the kind of response that we saw in the community was really mind blowing. Like they were really appreciating the monks' humility, respect for each other, respect for elders, and also I saw somebody was connecting that also to, like, how we in Buddhism we also pay homage. Not to the statues, but we do that. We bow in front of the statue, reflecting the qualities of the Buddha. And they were all part of this age or tradition. And people are beginning to realize, understand how important it is to be respectful to elders, to be respectful to seniors, and also to be humble, right? The humility, like your forehead touching the ground in front of your parents, your seniors, your elders, your teachers. This is a tremendously powerful gesture by the community. So, interfaith and universal message, I think we also can see here, especially Texas is religiously diverse. It's a huge state, right?
Yes.
Is it the biggest state?
It must be the biggest one.
Yeah. So over here, you can see, like, people from other faiths, they were also engaged. I think very few Buddhist people here, but how other people were engaged in this is truly fascinating and very inspiring. So, can we say, like, peace walk is a universal spiritual language, right?
That's very true.
Yeah. How can this bridge communities? We saw that through this beautiful act of peace walk. Bhante, when it comes to the personal reflection, what did you feel internally during this visit?
Yes, Bante. I think one of the things that really touched my heart is that those monks, they earn a lot of fame, lot of recognitions, a lot of rewards, but how humble they are at the end, because their whole mission was not driven by rewards or fame or anything, recognition or anything, but was driven solely by their unconditional love and compassion for the world. I think that is something that we can really emulate from their life. And the more we once we grounded ourselves firmly on that monastic discipline and monastic training and monastic Dhamma and monastic values, better we can serve the world. So those Bantes actually reminded us of that, our prime duty as monks. So otherwise, I don't think they can do such huge works and those, that kind of universal task. And it reminds us that of the fact that in order for us to serve the world, serve the universe, we have to be universal in our mindset. We have to be universal in our, spiritually. Spiritually, we have to prepare for that. So that's how we can really bring about a real transformation to the world. If we are not transformed within ourselves, no transformation we can see without, no transformation we can bring about to the world, external world. So what they have done is a clear, you know, clear reflection of their own inner growth. That is something that I took as a kind of takeaway from that visit.
Yeah, I think, yeah, personally, it really impacted all of us. So we also felt like walking more, right? And like personally, we wanted to walk and daily basis, at least for a while, to bring inner peace to us. And then we also wanted to walk more even outside, so that we can also reflect that powerful, peaceful energy with the compassion and loving kindness to all others. When we go out, like in a shopping mall, for example, in everywhere we walk, and we can be more mindful. As monks, we can be more compassionate. We can be also very grateful to those wonderful monks who have done these beautiful traditions intact. So when it reminds us to be more mindful and more compassionate, to do more and more, right? Yeah. So, Bante, what message should we share with that our Dhamma USA community? We also have some people here. Um, Blessing to everyone coming from a different continent here. Odette Verano, which continent are you from? So people joining us from different countries, different corners. What message can we share with them in brief?
Well, Bante, I think Buddha has clearly mentioned that as far as the taste of this liberation is concerned, it has just one taste. I mean, this Dhamma has one single taste, the taste of liberation. Just as the ocean water has one single taste, the taste of salty. So is the Dhamma. So this has the taste of liberation. So liberation is something that everyone is seeking for. So liberation, peace, enlightenment, and basically in the end, it's liberation from all suffering. So even people come to spirituality and come to all these meditations and the Dhamma in the end, expecting nothing but the end of suffering. So if we are really truly seeking that end of suffering, so no matter what part of the world we are in, we all can join together and come together and march together towards the attainment of that one single taste of liberation. So I think in that way we are all connected, no matter where we are, what country we live in, what tradition we belong to, what religious and ethnicity we represent. Still, we are bound by that same pursuit. So, in terms of our pursuit of happiness, we are all the same. So, believe in that. So then we can work together, and we can cooperate with Kalyana Mittas, and we can find like-minded people, so we can enhance our spiritual quest and then work with a sense of urgency towards the attainment of that peace ultimately.
Yeah, thank you so much. So with that, we would like to conclude the session today. I think we were talking more about the peace walk today. So we can also like turn this into a deeper philosophical angle. Peace is not political. It's psychological, and this walking symbolizes the Noble Eightfold Path, right? So, Samma Ditti, right view, Samma Sankappa, right thought, and then Samma Vacha, right word, and then right speech, and then Samma Kammanta, right action, and Samma Ajiva, right livelihood, Samma Vayama, right effort, and Samma Sati, right mindfulness, and Samma Samadhi, right concentration. I think all of them were included in that whole journey. So each step is mindfulness. Each mile is endurance, and each blister is sacrifice. Each smile received, the merit shared. And I think that is exactly why when we saw these monks, even after walking 2,300 miles, they were still shining brightly, even more energized because of the merit shared by a lot of people. So with that, we would like to conclude our session. I think we discussed a lot of things about um, uh, the peace walk. And as we, Bhante Chandananda and myself, and we had Bhante Vimala Ratana from Berkeley Buddhist Vihar, and Bhante Santa Sobana from
West Hills.
West Hills. So, and also we had another wonderful Upasaka friend, Mr. Pial. So we were all traveling together to meet these monks, to pay our respect, to express our gratitude for what they have done. And so we really felt so much wonderful. So we would like to invite you again to meet with another Dhamma chat, and hopefully we can discuss more Dhamma related questions, themes in the future. So, dear friends, we welcome all of you to join us in the upcoming weeks, every Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific time. You can join us, and if you have any questions related to Dhamma, related to Buddhism in USA, America, or any other tradition, because we have so many other traditions in this country, we have a great opportunity to meet cross cultures. Buddhism also, like in Sri Lanka, we see that Sri Lankan version, but here we see all kinds of Buddhist schools, and the friends from different Buddhist traditions really make our life so much fruitful and enriching. And also we have interfaith assemblies. We meet other religious leaders, and they come to our temples. We go to their churches and mosques, and even Hindu ashrams. And it's a fascinating journey here. So if you have any questions regarding the Dhamma, or especially Buddhism, we would like to uh, express or share our views about that with you. And yeah, with that, we conclude today's session. Thank you so much, Bhante Chandananda, for this session, your time and your wisdom, for joining us, and looking forward to seeing you again in the next week. May you all be well, happy, healthy. May your day is also going to be peaceful. um, so may the Noble Triple Gem bless you, help you, protect you, and guide you towards the right path. With that, I would like to invite Bhante Chandanand. Together we can do a short chanting to bless our audience. Sabbitiyo vivajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatvantarayo sukhe dirghayuko bhava bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba buddhanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba dhammanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te bhavatu sabba mangalang rakhantu sabba devata sabba sanghanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te. Thank you and good night.